Happy Tuesday, Airheads. You're here back for your daily update here. We got some big news today. A huge win for Grayscale in court. So, are we closer to the first Bitcoin spot ETF? A lot of the headlines now are reading coming soon. There's a lot of speculation and frankly, a lot of wrong information out there. So we're going to try to set some of this straight for you guys. But the court did side with Grayscale in a lawsuit against the SEC, which is rare, by the way. The SEC doesn't take a lot of L's, but it seems lately they have been, which had denied. So the SEC denied the company's application to convert the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to an ETF. The court sided with Grayscale on this, allowing them, this is where a lot of the pundits are wrong out there. A lot of the crypto Twitter and YouTube videos are wrong out there. This does not mean we are for sure getting a Bitcoin spot ETF. They have the right now to reapply. We have a really good thread from a literal blockchain lawyer, right? Chief Policy Advisor for Blockchain Association, Block Fund DeFi Advisor at Variant Fund. So this guy knows what he's talking about. There's a lot of people out there who don't, and myself included, like I can speculate and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm not a lawyer. Neither are you for the most part, unless you are a lawyer. So Grayscale's victory over the SEC is massive. It's very rare for a federal circuit court to find that an agency, the SEC in this case, has violated the APA by acting arbitrarily and capriciously. If I'm saying that word right. The DC circuit just delivered a huge embarrassment for the SEC. But this is what I was saying. The ETF is not approved yet. The DC circuit soundly rejected the SEC's view that Grayscale ETF proposal was not designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. So the SEC has spent a full decade denying spot ETF proposals under this reasoning. That era has now come to an end. So the reason they have been denying all these applications was because they were saying they were trying to prevent fraud and manipulative acts and practices. The SEC can no longer use that, right? The court didn't order the SEC to approve their application, however. It just said that the SEC's analysis on the fraud and manipulation issue was wrong. Now the SEC has to go back and review Grayscale's proposal again with that court ruling in mind. What will the SEC do? Lots of theories. One theory is that the SEC will just pick a different reason to deny the application, right? And force more long and costly litigation. That's possible. It's hard to understate the extreme hostility of SEC leadership towards crypto. Will Gensler really accept this loss? We know he didn't accept the XRP loss. Another theory is that the SEC will take the DC court's decision as a semi-graceful exit from their anti-ETF position. This particular lawyer is in this camp now, as are a lot of people. Here's a quote. "We disagree, but we're following the rule of law," is what they're probably going to say, in a convenient excuse to back out of a losing battle. It seems to be that they're in a lot of these losing battles with crypto as of late. There will also be political pressure on the SEC to approve the ETFs. This isn't just about Grayscale. All of TradeFi is ready for a Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock, Larry Fink's throwing heavy punches in DC. We all know that. Gensler can also spin a face-saving narrative out of a spot approval. The SEC has been getting blasted for its regulation by enforcement approach to crypto. House Oversight Committee, House Financial Services Committee, right? Here's a chance to say, look, we aren't anti-crypto. We're willing to approve the right products. And then he ends up by saying, I have no doubt that we will get a spot BTF sooner than later. I'm in that same camp. The only question is if the SEC wants to make this more painful for itself. And then he's saying, trust me, if there's another denial, there will be another lawsuit. I strongly recommend the SEC picks sooner. Let's see. So from a news catalyst pump side of things, this is feeling very similar to XRP, where we had that big green candle day all the way up to 31,850-ish, right? Almost to 31,900. Next day, we retraced it all, and then it was just a downhill cascade ever since, right? So feeling a little bit similar from a misunderstanding of the news from what I'm seeing on crypto Twitter, how people are taking this news, seemingly thinking that it's a guaranteed spot approval. We're going to have a spot ETF tomorrow. That is not the case. I'm here to tell you that. It would be very cool to get back up into this channel. You can see the previous trend line that we were in. I mean, this was that big pump up that we had in June, right middle of June, 20th of June here. So it would be very cool to get back up into this channel, because then what's going to happen then? Well, we can start talking about building back. We can start talking about potentially getting back to the top of that channel, right? And make a run up. What I mean by that is, with the XRP win, a lot of people took it the wrong way at first, got overly excited, markets pumped. Then it quickly started to set in that this wasn't the win we thought it was. They're still going to be wrapped up into appeals and legal battles for the next couple of years, right? It's same but similar type of situation, different, I should say, but similar type of situation here, where yes, the ruling went in Grayscale's favor, but the SEC, it doesn't guarantee a win. They still have to go back to the drawing board, look at it, and like we talked about, they could just come up with another excuse to decline it if they want to be dicks, right? But it's inevitable. We're eventually going to get spot ETF approvals, and it's going to blast us off to the moon. So what does this mean right now? Where does Bitcoin go from here? Well, you can see we have toyed with the break into of the previous channel, and it depends on how you draw that channel, right? I'm just trying to hit as many candles and wicks as I can. I think I did a pretty good job there. So we were trying to break back in. A close above 28K. I mean, really a close above 27K is bullish above this rectangle here. To get back into the channel would be even more bullish, without losing sight that the markets have a short-term memory, and this could all be taken away from us. You gotta keep that in mind, right? But I mean, that Bart Simpson played out off of a catalyst pump. So we're thinking a little bit differently today. Breaking back into this channel, very, very bullish if we can do that. We're above the 200 moving average now on the daily chart, above all the moving averages again for the time being on the 4-hour chart, which is my go-to market sentiment chart right now. As far as altcoins go, well, they're up, right? So they're generally speaking, they are up, just like Bitcoin is up, but they are bleeding into Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin dominance. Look at this. I mean, this is just insane. And we bounced off this level here. Let's go to the daily chart so I can show it to you a little bit better. So this was like that ceiling, right? We smashed through the ceiling, alt started bleeding into Bitcoin. We came back down, retested it, and we're bouncing up. If this continues in an upward trajectory, you're going to see alts bleed into Bitcoin. It doesn't mean alts can't rise with Bitcoin. It just means Bitcoin's going to rise harder. If you remember the past, right, the most recent past, I mean, we dropped down here, ran up here. Dropped down here, had a big run up, right? Dropped down here, had a big run up. So it's possible. It's possible that we have a big run up. It's also possible that we get rejected and we come right back down as well. So let's prepare for both scenarios. What do you do today? What do you do today? You've missed out on all the fun. My personal advice is you got to wait till we start ranging out again, till we start getting into a range. We've broken all market structure again, just like we broke market structure here, where you had to kind of wait for it to range out again before you can find and take entries. At this point, you're doing a little bit of gambling because the markets are crazy, orders are firing off. Best thing you can do now is, in my opinion, wait. Bullish scenario is we cross this 28,000 mark. We get back up into the channel. We wait for that retest, then we're coming back up. If this is a failed retest here, I would look for possibly more downside. Look for market patterns, which we aren't really seeing yet because this just happened. So I'm just watching and waiting. So I was in a bunch of shorts, got stomped out well into the green on them. Now I'm just watching and waiting to see what happens next, looking for my next entry. Whether it's a short or long will depend on what happens here at this cross section between the channel and that $28,000 level. Liquidity wise, you can see it's starting to come in thick above us again. We're starting to have it build back. This wasn't here before this pump. Still thick below us, still thick above us. So the market is changing. The market is adapting to what's happening today. I'm curious to see what happens at this $28,000 level, where how the market reacts there is going to help tell me where we're going next, right? Like I said, it's a cross section between that $28,000 psychological level and that cross of the channel right there. It's happening, right? And look, altcoins look just like Bitcoin with that huge candle up, right? Boom, Matic, Doge, XRP, ETH, LTC, Tomo, ADA. They've all broken their market structure right now. So now we just got to wait and see what happens. That's it. It's that simple. I'm not going to even TA altcoins right now. I'm just going to wait a few hours, see what the markets do, see if we can catch our feet. Maybe this turns into a bull flag. Maybe this turns into a big cup and a handle, right? Maybe we get a big cup and a handle out of this range, and then we can start to kind of readjust, take a look at the CBDs, what the whales are doing, and they're continuously buying right now, where everyone else, I mean, just look. Everyone was caught off guard except for, you know, a handful of whales. You know, there's a lot of speculation out there. Maybe they got a phone call right before the decision was read, right? Before the rest of us got it. But that's what I'm doing today, watching and waiting. Quick 10-minute video for you guys today, just to get you caught up on this news, the Grayscale news, what to look for, what levels to look for a flip to continue into a bullish posture, but also that same level can be used to signify a potential more downturn if we get rejected there, right? That's it. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll be in Discord all day, discord.gg/alpha Aere, analyzing the markets, watching for the next move, posting charts. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll see you guys later.